So we're here on the party.
Yep, we're here live with Adam Baxter via Skype.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're doing good.
Good. I'm great, too, even though I just said good.
So do you just want to talk a little bit about your music for people who might not have ever heard about it before?
Cool. Well, that's what I'm here for, talking. That's my favorite thing about music is talking about it, not playing it. That was a fib.
Well, I guess that's good. There's a reason why you're a musician and not a presenter.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, okay. So, should I tell you about my music, or
Sure.
I wasn't sure if that was the question or not.
Yes. That was the music. That was the music.
Okay.
That was the question.
Well, I really consider the fact that I started my kind of like quote unquote music career when I moved to St. John's from Nova Scotia in 2004. I was already like kind of studying music at that point. It was mainly just like kind of classical music, but around 2005 I started. I had a bunch of songs written. I never really played them for anybody, but I ended up playing. I started doing this weekly gig at CBTG's every Monday night with a few people like Joel Upshaw and Will Dre and people like that. Joel Upshaw would be one of the guys in Shining Wizards or Common Name or Children of Eve, that group. And Will Dre he lives in Halifax now. He was also in Children of Eve, but he also he's in a pretty successful group there now called Billy Dre and the Poor Boys. And so we did this weekly songwriting series for about 6 months, and then we left CBTG's after that. I just started playing a lot, and it started off. I was kind of playing this sort of hybrid genre of between like acoustic stuff and like the punk emo thing that was going on at the time around 2005, 2006. And then it just, over the years, it just evolved into getting more folky and more, I started getting more into kind of old country music and all sorts of fun stuff. And so I guess for those who don't know anything about my music, it's kind of, it's like acoustic singer-songwriter, folk pop kind of stuff-ish, friendly stuff. I don't know. That is the quickest overview I can give of my whole career.
Okay. Cool. So what have you, I guess, been up to lately?
Well, lately, back in December, I finished my music education degree. A month out of that, I got a full-time, permanent music teaching job at a high school, and it's in Springdale, and that's where I'm currently talking to you from right now.
Okay.
And so I moved out here, and what's basically, since I have come out here, everything is kind of fallen into place really nicely. I've played with I opened for Sarah Slean at Holy Heart, and that was very prestigious for me. What? Never mind. I'm playing with Jim Cuddy in Burlington in late August. I won't say exactly when it is because it might be. Never mind. I'll explain that later. Off here. And so, like, playing with two very notable kind of figures. I've played some great gigs across the island, and I recorded my very first professional studio release. I finished recording a 4-song EP with Glenn Thomas at iTunes Audio here in Springdale. The man has a gem of a studio out here. It's kind of like a hidden gem, to be honest with you, because I didn't know anything about it until I moved out here. And here's this guy with this amazing studio just writing songs and sending them off all around the world. And I got in touch with him, and we recorded a really, what I think is a very nice sounding kind of acoustic EP, very stripped down. And so I'm really excited to get that out and get it into people's ears.
So is that your first, like, official release?
It will be my Yes, we'll say my first official will be my first with a barcode, which makes it kind of official. That's kind of like, independent releases you can do. Doesn't have a barcode, you can sell a bunch. I have probably about, we'll say, 6 albums I've released independently.
Okay.
But never really did a whole lot. We just put them out on the internet and gave them away. So this one's kind of like my shot at playing ball with the music industry team,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some fun, isn't it?
Yeah. So, how would you, I guess, kind of describe the differences between the Springdale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Springdale music community as compared to, I guess, the St. John's?
Oh my God. Well, St. John's, in my opinion, per capita, and I'm going to go on a limb to say this, and I might, per capita, now this is just my opinion, or it's a speculation of mine, St. John's per capita is one of the most musically active cities in the world, I think. It's like, there's so many people who play music, there's so many music venues, it's amazing that it's so tucked away from the rest of the world and kind of like kept a very special and beautiful secret from the world. It's so I consider it, like, in a way, a very blossoming, supportive, lovely music scene. Whereas out in Springdale, now I mean, St. John's has 180,000 people, and Springdale has 2,900. So it's significantly smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've come here, I've played 2 gigs in town, and they've all been incredibly well received. So the support thing is still there, and I think that's pretty contingent with a lot of communities in Newfoundland. There aren't a whole lot of musicians in Springdale right now. Give me a few years, and maybe I can kind of mold the music community through being the high school music teacher and being the pretentious indie nerd that I am by putting on shows and stuff. Then yeah, I think I have a big focus with the community, in the sense that I would like to give younger people a lot of opportunity to perform on different stages other than bars, because I spent so many years performing in just bars.
Right.
And I think you guys and myself probably could agree that being in bars all the time, even if you're not drinking, it's not a very productive and healthy lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And where I'm a teacher, I kind of want to also give that kind of thought. So I mean, to compare the 2 towns is, I think, in a way, apples and oranges. But I think with a little love, that this can be a really nice music community that maybe people can move from Springdale and, like, they get done high school and they go to St. John's and boom, they're ready to play gigs.
Yeah.
They're ready to, get their name out there. I'd love to be kind of a foundation and a support for people like that.
Cool. So,
yeah, words.
Going back to, I guess, the whole music thing, where do you kind of draw your inspiration for your music?
Oh, there's so many. Well, I mean, I have a degree in classical composition, and I definitely take a bit from that. So, like, the teachers that I had, in any respect, whether it's like a guitar teacher or like a professor that I had at university, I draw a lot of inspiration for that, and I got a lot of thanks for those people. Musically, like, I definitely draw a lot of inspiration from some great local artists in St. John's, like Jerry Stamp and Ian Foster. They're very good friends of mine, yet they still inspire me every time I see them. Chris Kirby is an amazing artist and a great musician. Jody Richardson from the Pathological Lovers is probably one of the best frontmen I've ever witnessed in my life. And I would say, like, kind of outside the realm of St. John's, I'm a huge fan of, Dashboard Confessional definitely started me on what I was doing. Do you guys know who Dashboard Confessional are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God. Never know these days, boy. I'm getting older, right? That Word Confessional started off for sure, and that got me into the acoustic thing. And I mean, there's Glenn Hansard, who did that movie Once, who really inspired me. There's the Civil Wars, who are doing amazing things. Mumford and Sons are a group that I don't necessarily listen to, but it's kind of like if I'm writing something, I'd be like, okay, like there's a you know, I could see like this where I could draw influence from Mumford and Sons in this, and I will totally accept that because I mean they're a pretty huge band in the world right now, right? And they have a really nice sound.
Yeah.
Roger Miller, who's an old country singer, I really love him. He's a great writer. Oh, and of course, my main man, Stevie Wonder. He kind of brings it home for me every time. He's the best, and I'm really into Justin Timberlake right now. Like he's really talented.
He is for sure.
Yeah. Have you heard the song that he has now with Jay-Z, Holy Grail?
Haven't heard that one yet.
No, I haven't heard that.
No.
So on the new Jay-Z record, it's this song that's featuring Justin Timberlake. Okay. Literally, 75% is with Justin Timberlake, and in my opinion, I'd be happy without the Jay-Z parts, just the Timberlake part. You should listen to it. I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to be like, yeah, this song is beautiful. It's really great. So to kind of wrap that question up with the most pretentious answer at the end, anything that really catches my ear, and I'm like, man, I love this, or it's so good, then that will kind of give me inspiration for, even if it's just not even in writing, even just like loving music a little more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, what's in the up-and-coming future for you?
Well, the releasing of the CD is going to be the big thing.
Right.
And I can't wait for that. And I'm planning on doing a release in St. John's, and a release in Corner Brook, and a release in Springdale. Okay. Just because, I mean, I can do it. That's basically it.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to do that, you know, because I think all three communities have really supported me. Like, especially since moving here, Corner Brook has been a really, really good town to me. So I got to do one there, and I really like it. And then after that, the big plan is once I make my money back, or who cares about making my money back, honestly. But I'm going to start in on the full-length record. And that's full-length, full band, going to do it up full tilt. This EP is just to kind of get something with my name on it and get it out there so I can start getting on with the kind of playing, like I said earlier, playing ball with the music industry. And and I guess you know, short-term goals, make it out to different towns in Newfoundland and play around. I definitely, for next summer where I won't be working, I'll have 10 weeks off. I don't know. I have some neat ideas on the go. I might try and play as many different festivals in Newfoundland as possible mentality, which would be a lot of fun. Actually, it'd be amazing. I've had some artists on the mainland ask me if I'd like to go on tour with them. Okay. And I would totally do that if I got a chance to tour with some of these artists that have asked me. So, you know, it's not a whole lot different than what I have been doing, but it's all in different towns and to different people. So I guess the goal is to play for as many people as possible. And also another goal I have is to make my music program the best music program on the planet. So
last comment from us. Where can people check out your music?
Well, the hub of all online information is found at facebook.com/AdamBaxter709. That will give you links just about anything that you want. Anything that I have posted online will be there. Any updates about the EP will be there. I also do a lot of tweeting. I'm a big Twitter fan, as Warren, you definitely know. I don't know if you've ever caught me when I go on my wrestling tweet tangents, and I'm sorry about that. I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan in wrestling, and I want him to be the champion, but he's not. But anyways, so you can follow me on Twitter, and it's at Adam Baxter Music. And you know, like I have SoundCloud and the YouTube and the I even have MySpace still. I haven't taken that down. CBC Radio 3. You can also that's a website, not to clash with CHMR. Good friends.
It's good. It's all
You
good.
know, and just that's it. Really, just all online. Basically, keep your ear out if you want to come see me play sometime. The band that I have backing me right now is probably what I think is the best band I've ever had backing me before. And we've been playing some really fun shows where people just come and shake their booties and have time.
Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, thanks so much.
Man, the pleasure has been all mine. And it was lovely somewhat meeting you guys. And hopefully, next time I'm back in St. John's, we can actually physically convene and do it upright.
That would be very nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And thank you guys so much. It means a lot that you would invite me onto your show.
It means a lot that you'd agree.
No. Well, anytime. This was a really fun experience.
Cool. So
Thanks.
we will talk to you later.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you very much, and have a lovely evening.
You too.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay.